What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Comic Breakdown. As we jump into DC Comics for today, we start off with Justice League vs. Godzilla vs. Kong. This is issue number 6, only one more issue left after this, and things are about to get crazy. Lex Luthor has created the Mecha Godzilla. He has activated the beacon, and all of the Titans are descending down on him. But Batman, with the help of some others, has also been building his own mecha, as the world's eyes now focus on Metropolis. The ultimate battle is about to begin. So make sure you guys have subscribed to the channel, make sure that you like this video, and with that being said, let's dive into this breakdown. Alright gang, so as we dive into this issue, we pick up at the Justice League Watchtower, with a good majority of the Justice League here discussing what they're going to be doing next, what their strategy is going to be. Superman is down, Supergirl is missing, Shazam likely hostage, and they are no closer to finding Toyman or the Dreamstone. On the upside, Atlantis has their shields reinforced and repaired. Godzilla is still trapped down in the depths. And so to the Justice League, at least one of the monsters is taken off the board. But they are tracking the Titans and they are moving directly to Metropolis. And Green Arrow does add in that Kong hasn't been seen. His whereabouts are unknown. The League of Assassins is also missing, as Batman gives orders and tells everybody where they need to be. We see Lois sitting by Superman, but in the blink of an eye, Superman's gone. He had been sitting in this pod healing up. They believe that he might not even come back. Superman disappearing, not saying a single word to Lois. Nobody knows where he went. This is what picks us up with Lex Luthor, currently commanding the Mecha Godzilla. And what he plans to do is kind of put the Titans into submission, to let them know that he is the apex, and then try to turn them on the Justice League. Because all of this is his ploy to rid the world of the Justice League, doing so by using the Titans, and then he has control of the Titans in a sense. And as the Titans arrive, this is where we also see the arrival of Mecha Batman. He created his own giant robot, doing so with the assistance of the Flash and some of the others. They were able to build it in no time at all. This is when the fight breaks out. The League behind Mecha Batman, they charge in. The Titans running into the city, Mecha Godzilla by their side, and they clash with Batman. With Batman, Wonder Woman, and all the others doing everything they can to hold him off. We see some of Earth's Green Lanterns. They get together and they create their own Mecha Green Lantern. Now that the odds are a little more in their favor, we see them start kicking some butt, start laying down some hate. And while it looks like they might have the upper hand, they might have this in the bag, out of left field, that is where we have Supergirl coming in and hitting Donna Troy. Followed behind them is Grodd, controlling Supergirl, controlling Kong. Kong jumps into this fight and he goes directly for our Green Lanterns. While Wonder Woman does her best to hold off Supergirl, the Lanterns try to hold their own against Kong, but Kong takes one of the Green Lantern arms and rips it off. Inside that arm, we have Green Lantern Guy Gardner. He falls down to the ground, the other Lanterns trying to keep Kong away from him. Unfortunately, there are ground elements. Grodd is on the ground. Before the other Lanterns can reach him, Grodd jumps on him. He smashes Guy Gardner's skull right into the concrete. He just killed Guy Gardner. The rest of the Lanterns finding themselves defeated by Kong, now on the ground. Grodd and his forces ready to wipe out the Lanterns, but then Aquaman jumps in, and behind him, the heroes of Earth, as Wally West flashes in and beats the living crap out of Grodd. The assault begins. As that battle wages, we see Mecha Godzilla and Mecha Batman going toe-to-toe. As they fight, Kong jumps in and grabs Batman. This is when Beast Boy recognizes that the odds are not in Batman's favor, so he decides to kind of even the odds, as we see Beast Boy transform into a giant gorilla. He walks up to Kong and knocks him right across the face. Unfortunately, there is a Kryptonian on the battlefield. Supergirl coming in behind Gar and knocking him right in the head. This knocks him unconscious, but the Green Lanterns are able to catch him. But with our heroes able to knock that Kryptonian crown off of Grodd's head, he no longer has control over Kong or Supergirl. And this came just in time. The League of Assassins have made their landing. They have unleashed the monsters from Skull Island. They now run rampant in the streets. On top of them, the Titans and Mecha Godzilla. Right now, more than ever, our heroes need a miracle. This is where we see Superman. He disappeared and he headed directly for Godzilla. Plunging down into the depths of the ocean, this is where he lets him know that him and Godzilla have some unfinished business. And that will be the end of this issue. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. One heck of a fun issue. I thoroughly enjoyed this one. This one had so many things coming out of left field. Kong showing up on the battlefield controlled by Grodd and controlling Supergirl. Beast Boy turning into a giant Kong himself. Batman having his mecha suit, the Green Lanterns forming their own mecha suit, and the absolute brutal death of Guy Gardner. Needless to say, this issue was freaking action-packed. With the next issue being the conclusion to this storyline, I cannot wait for Godzilla and Superman to show up. They are going to turn the tides of this battle. Something tells me that Superman knows that Godzilla is important to all of this. He understands that Godzilla is the balance. And right now, the balances need to be shifted. And I gotta give credit, DC Comics, a lot of them haven't been fantastic, but one thing that DC does really know how to do well, just in the grand scheme of things, is their Elseworld stories. Their crossover stories, things of that nature, are usually just knocking it out of the park. And this title is no exception to that. It has been a lot of fun. I've seen a lot of debating over Superman winning, over Godzilla winning, people being very upset that Superman has been taken out of this fight, but it is something that I understand doing. Superman is such an OP character. That's why they took Supergirl out of the fight in the way they did. The Kryptonians are simply too strong, and I definitely will not say that this comic answers who would win in a fight. We see that Godzilla has the potential to really hurt Superman, but as Batman states in this comic, it only happened because he was caught off guard, which is really a situation Superman could find himself in again. I'm never one to really do the whole who would win in the verses, because at the end of the day, it all comes down to the writers. Whoever's writing that particular comic, whoever they want to win, you can write a way for them to win that fight. Batman is a prime example of this. His entire publishing history, he has gone against ridiculous odds because a writer came along and said, we're gonna do this for Batman, and this is why he can be able to take on X, Y, and Z. Nonetheless, I am looking forward to the last issue. It is gonna be a lot of fun. It is gonna be explosive. Godzilla, Superman, I guarantee, teaming up together, and we are gonna see them just wreak havoc. But let me know your thoughts. Let me know your theories. If you want to get caught up on everything that is going on with this story, go ahead, check out the link in my description, as well as the top of this video. It will get you caught up on everything going on with this series. If you would like to support the channel, you can always do so by joining the channel membership. Much like Patreon, having multiple different tiers, from $1 to $50, from loyalty badges to comics every single month. Not only are you helping out the channel tremendously, but you are getting tons of perks in the process. If you are unable to do this, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, like this video, hit that notification bell, and with that being said, until the next breakdown.